Hi, my name's Thesis. I am introducing my thesis project, The Nest, City to Cities, which is a vertical forest tower extending from the landscape. I'm exploring the concept of cohabitation between nature and culture within the context of a tower typology as a provocation. Vertical afforestation is one of the main key ideas behind the logic, providing inhabitation for the wildlife and allow the growth of the ecosystem to achieve the biodiverse environment. My exploration also includes an invention of a material and structural system developed from the living soil, highlighted in specialization essay. I'm going to explain my development in 5 different aspects. A corn dolly was hung up in the hope of a good harvest. Sharing and giving are part of the hidden meaning behind the festival. The concept is articulated as a gift of nature, as seasonal rhythm looking to explore the basics for a community and ecology to develop from. One way to explore this is by investigating one of the heritage, which is Harvest Festival. Exploring the physical formation of a totem is a way to define rules and patterns of the nature, to become part of the structural strategy. The wicker structure is developed from the concept of the harvest, so as to perform a continuous vertical skeleton, aiming to restore the natural habitats for the wildlife. The high cushion plan is one of the precision studies which help in building up complexities looking beyond the simplicity of scale, in the form of a hybrid totem. A hybrid form of a totem is developed as a studies for tower formation, which extrusion and interaction between the bundle tubes are the strategy in forming the structure. They are representing the interrelationship between species as well as a program. The hybrid totem is considered as the prototype for the proposed design. Model making is also part of the fun part at exploring the prototype. Preserving the nature is part of the program study within the context of the site analysis. I've created a wildlife research booklet for Ashdown Forest, recording the habitats of different species. By analyzing the territories, hunting zone of the local species, I've chosen the Old Launch Nature Reserve area as my site. It has the most interactions highlighted in the studies. The site is fenced and will serve for its own natural environment. Cellular automata is one of the present studies which help inform founding. It has been developed in 1940s by John Newman. It has been called the core of nature. One of the examples of the rules is the natural formation of the seashell pattern. The AA department also tests on the cellular automata in writing their own algorithm in simulating the growth of nature in architectural aspect. Software workshop also help in creating the computational architecture. With try and error, I have successfully generated my own algorithm in simulating the growth of nature in Grasshopper. By inputting different data, the growth of the root is interacting with each other in different levels, gaining support like a tree. The form is then generated by the algorithm, which have simulated different stages of the interactions. Studies has been carried out in the final form of the proposed design. Different levels of interactions could form different spatial of the program. Generative design is also one of the applications in minimizing the structures as well as creating barriers for better inhabitations of the species. The formation of the skeleton is developed in 3 layers. The core is built by 3D printing technology. The external skin structure is built by resin weaving. The living soil is then integrated in between those. These are the model prototype, which help in the development. The growth of structures has been divided into 4 seasons. They represent different stages of the growth of the ecosystems within the structures. The final stages, as in autumn, which I describe as an harvest festival. The construction separates into 3 different phases. The first phase is us building the skeletons. The second phase is about the nature inhabiting the space. The third phase is us using robot technology in creating our own spaces within the structures. This is the final design proposal. The wood truss core is supporting the skeletons, holding them in positions with the weaving floor plate. A podium helps in stabilizing the root structure and help gain support with the tower. A root system is applied to the underground, acting as a foundation structure to the design. One of the design program is the hydroponic farming area, which demonstrating about us sharing and giving with the nature. The fifth forest also demonstrating the idea of biodiversity in generating different food source for different species around the forest. The communal area, which acts as a park for us for both culture and nature to inhabit with, also demonstrating the idea of sharing, giving the space with the nature. The domestic forest area also demonstrating the cohabitation with the nature. The floor plan is developed from the idea of the dimensions house. The subterranean structures also provide conditions for the growth of the ecosystems between the beds. The top of the tower is the habitat for buzzard.